I'm the camera person.
Most hobbies can cost you a lot of money, but there is one hobby that can actually bring you profit, and that's gambling. Now I'm going to talk about today, gambling is not a bad hobby. The 3 points that I'm going to make are: 1, you can beat the house, is doable. 2, slot machines, since they're a big part of gambling. And 3, compensations by casinos. Now going into my first topic, beating the house. Beating the house it can be hard, but as long as you go into a casino with a plan, and as long as you have knowledge of the games that you're playing, and short-term memory, which is key, then you will beat the house. Because you don't have to beat the house just at one game. There's multiple table games that you can learn. Now, being knowledgeable about the game. Say craps, for instance. Now craps, if you know craps dice, you know that the 6 and the 8 have high probability of hitting. So if a 6 and an 8 are at point, then you might want to put more money down than say a 4 or a 10, which have less probability of hitting. But even though the house says, the house made the parameter that the 4 and 10 pay out more, then that's going to stimulate your mind to put more money down since you're going to get more payment. But you have more odds of, if you put more money down on the 6 and 8, you have more chance of getting it back even though you have less pay. Say you're there for an hour or two, you can make a lot of money off of 6 and 8, then you could lose off of 4 and 10. That's just an example in craps. Now say another game, which would be Pai Gow. Pai Gow is a game where you can either push, win, or lose. Now the key word push, you want to look for that in games as well. Because a push means you might lose, but you don't lose your money. Now straight up losing, which is games like Mississippi Stud, or which is games like going to the poker room, you're either going to win or lose. There's 2 options. But maybe games like 3-card poker or Pai Gow, where you could push, that means your ante still stays and you don't lose. So you have the next hand to potentially win. So pushing is very valuable to beating the house as well, and being knowledgeable in this gameplay. So when you're looking at a table to go to, you know, oh, you see roulette. That's a very favorable. That's a very it's a very popular table. You see a lot of people over there. Maybe there's a lot of banter from the roulette table. Yeah, well, maybe that's only once in an hour. A lot of money goes through that roulette table. See, maybe the Pai Gow table, you won't hear a lot of chatter and loudness from it. Well, that's because no one's ever going to hit the jackpot, because that's a table where the house doesn't win all the time. And a jackpot is not going to get hit at the Pai Gow table, but that doesn't mean that money is not being made, because you can push at the Pai Gow table. So, going into table games, like I was just talking about, just because like a game is popular and you see a lot of people there, that doesn't mean that you want to go there as well, because you got to be knowledgeable. Now another thing that I said, which is short-term memory. Now say you just walked up to the roulette table and put $100 on black and double green hits. So you just got killed. Well, when you walk away, don't act like you've lost already. Well, I know you've lost, but make sure that you don't lose focus. Make sure you're there to still have fun. You know, it's still a hobby. Because if you're going out through the rest of your night with a bad feeling, then chances are you're not going to do good. So short-term memory will kind of get you through your day as well. Now, given that, my next topic I can go over is slot machines. Now, slot machines are a bit iffy, but picture slot machines as a computer. Slot machines have a hardware and a hard drive in them and a mind. So if you're sitting there and you're not fluctuating your bet, say you're just max bet, max bet, max bet, then that computer is going to know. It has history, as shown on my visual aid. Slot machines. They have built-in algorithms. Right when you put in that advantage card, they're going to know exactly how you've been playing. So if you're just going max bet, steady max bet, then it's going to know what it can do with you and how it can pay you out. and it's going to determine how much of a winner it wants to make you. Now say you fluctuate your bet and you're going 10 cents to $1. Then you're messing with the computer, and maybe you can win on the chance that it's gonna give you the jackpot. Well, if you got your max bet going, that's changing $20,000 instead of if you had your 10 line bet, just 10 line 1 cent bet where you hit $200. And another thing with the slot machines is short-term memory as well. Slot machines and table games, you gotta have short-term memory, and you gotta be knowledgeable, because you don't want to walk up to a $5 or a $1 slot machine. The machine right here, key on the screen is a penny cent showing. Now your penny machines are your best friends. Don't ever go to the dollar slot machines. And a last thing that I want to say is compensations. Now, casinos have all different types of compensations, but a really good casino that you can go to if you're in the South region is Cascada. Cascada has the best compensations. You can literally go to the casino and not pay for your hotel room, not pay for gas, and not pay for dinner. How can you do that? Say you've been playing a lot of slot machines, and you've been playing a lot of table games, and you've lost $400 or $500 in money. Cascada is going to call you up and tell you, hey, we got a free room for you. You know, you want to come back, you have comp points, and we can pay for your gas at our gas station. And if you go in there, on your card, you're going to be able to pay for dinner at their restaurants on the inside. So that covers your room, that covers your dinner, and that covers your gas. And not to mention, that gas station they have has very low prices on their stuff available. So compensations are a big key to casinos as well. And also casinos, Harrah's and casinos in Vegas have this too. So I'm trying to tell you that gambling is not a bad hobby as a professional gambler, because yes, I have lost big time, but over the years, if I add it up, I have also profited. That is why gambling is one of my hobbies over, say, boating or fishing. Thank you for listening to my speech.